The moment that changed his life was not when he became successful, nor when he started earning more money, but when he stopped trying to please everyone around him. For 5 years, he had always been the fastest to reply, the first to agree, the one who showed up whenever anyone needed him. At 27, he had more than 200 relationships, yet not a single person who truly understood him. Every day, he spent at least 3 hours solving other people's problems. And then one evening, as he looked at his phone with 17 unread messages, he realized something cold and clear. He was not tired of life. He was tired of the way he was living. His name is Daniel, 29 years old, an office worker at a mid-sized company, earning a stable income of around $1,200 a month. No debt, no major life events. A life that from the outside looks completely normal. Every morning, he goes to work at 8, leaves at 6, and in the evening, spends another 2 to 3 hours helping friends fix their CVs, giving relationship advice, supporting work tasks, and on weekends attending gatherings where he is always the listener, the one who gives advice. Everyone says he is kind, easygoing, reliable, but no one asks him a simple question: "Are you okay?" And for 6 straight months he slept less than 6 hours each night, yet kept going, because he believed it was the right thing to do. Every time he wanted to say no, a sense of guilt appeared, as if refusing would turn him into a bad person. He started overthinking. If I don't help, what will they think? If I stay silent, will they still need me? In 30 days, he said yes to 42 different requests, 17 of them forcing him to work until 1 or 2 a.m. But the strange thing was, no one noticed. No one thanked him more. No one treated him differently. And for the first time in his life, he began to ask himself, if I disappeared for one day, would anyone actually notice? A quiet question, but powerful enough to change how he saw everything. By the second week, everything began to slip out of control. His main job missed deadlines 3 times in a row, and his boss started to warn him. Meanwhile, the number of people asking for his help did not decrease. On average, he received 10 to 15 messages per day. He began waking up with a heavy feeling, not because of work, but because he knew it would be another day living for others. In 14 days, he had only 2 completely free evenings, yet both times, he still picked up his phone and replied. No one forced him, but he could not stop. And the most dangerous part was that he was getting used to having no time for himself. On day 45, something he never expected happened. He was rated low in performance at work, not because he lacked ability, but because he could no longer focus. In that same week, 3 people he had helped a lot refused to support him when he needed it. No reason, no explanation, just silence. Within 7 days, he lost 20% of his potential income and realized a painful truth. The people he spent the most time on were also the quickest to disappear. That night, he could not sleep, because for the first time, he clearly saw that he had been investing in the wrong place for years. The next morning, he did something unusual. He did not reply to messages immediately. 1 hour passed, then 3, then the whole day. Nothing happened. No one called. No one came looking for him. And for the first time, the silence did not feel scary. It felt light. In those 24 hours, he gained 3 extra hours for himself. He walked, ate slower, was not pulled in any direction, and a thought appeared. Maybe I am not as important as I thought. But maybe I have just placed myself in the wrong position. It was not a conclusion, but enough for him to try something new. On day 60, he set a simple rule: do not reply immediately. He created a gap of 2 to 3 hours before responding. The result: 30% of messages disappeared on their own. Urgent problems were no longer urgent. Out of 10 requests, only 6 came back, and among them, only 3 truly needed him. And he began to see clearly, not everyone who asks for you actually needs you. Many people just need someone who is always available, and he had accidentally become that person. But this time, he started filtering, and within 2 weeks, he gained 10 extra hours per week for himself. After 90 days, his life began to change clearly. His work performance increased by 40%. He met all deadlines. His boss began recognizing him again, and his income increased by 15%. But more importantly was the internal feeling. He no longer woke up with the pressure to please anyone. He started exercising 3 times a week, reading 20 minutes a day, small things he never had time for before. And interestingly, the number of people coming to him decreased, but the quality increased. Fewer, but more genuine. And for the first time he did not feel like he was being drained. Not everyone liked this change. Some people said he had changed. A few said he had become colder. Some even said he was not the same person anymore. But he noticed something. The ones who complained were the ones who lost benefits from him, while the ones who truly cared stayed. Within 2 months he lost about 25% of his relationships, but he did not feel loss. He felt lighter, as if he had just dropped a backpack he had been carrying for too long. And for the first time he understood, not everyone deserves your time. Peace did not come instantly. It came little by little. On the first day he turned off phone notifications. In the second week he learned to say, "Let me think about it." By the 3rd month, he started saying no without over-explaining. No drama, no big turning point, just small, consistent changes. And then one day, he realized he could sit still for 30 minutes without anxiety, without thinking about who needed him, without feeling guilty for doing nothing. That was the first time in years he truly rested. One evening, he received a familiar message, "Can you help me with this?" Before he would reply immediately. But this time, he put the phone down, looked out the window, thought for 10 seconds, and replied, "Sorry, I can't this time." No explanation, no justification, just that. And when he sent that message, he did not feel guilty. He did not feel afraid of losing anything. He only felt one clear thing: he was taking control of his life again. That was a new boundary. The truth is, you are not respected because you are always available. You are respected when you have boundaries. For years, he believed that the more he gave, the more he would be valued, but reality was the opposite. When you are always present, your presence becomes taken for granted. When you always agree, your value decreases. And only when you stop, do others begin to notice the space you leave behind. Not because they changed, but because you changed how you show up in their lives. If you see yourself in this story, then pause for a moment. Not to change everything immediately, but just to try one small thing. The next time you want to say yes, slow down for 10 seconds and ask yourself one question. Do I actually want to do this? Because your life does not change when you do more for others. It changes when you start keeping a part of it for yourself. And sometimes, peace does not come from gaining something new, but from stopping the need to be everything for everyone.